Dork Squad. Dork Squad.
You're jamming with the hottest disc jockey.
DJ Dork Genius.
Young kid with the simplest dreams. Boom bap, lunch table, I was killing them beasts. My mother gave me a pass, I was roaming them streets because she knew I would have ruined anything I could be. I'm chancing and sacrificing everything I believe, and I absorb and manifest anything I can see. Gather knowledge and operate at the highest degree. I live the truth and had to be everything that I preach. Invisible morals, followed by the deepest of sorrows. Change of the day, I pray that we could be here tomorrow. Dodge cops at many blocks and fences I hopped. Empty pockets on empty stomachs, I wanted to stop. Young scholar became a father, the collars I dropped. The cut I got shot, the glass ceiling shatter up top. I avenge all causes, godlike and awesome. Drop enough gems, I construct the gauntlet. You so gassed up, team is telling you different lies. Getting so far, you listen, that's what the issue lies. Gotta visualize, everybody just wanna ride. Then you see your Big E, realize and you hypnotize. When I become it, you never taking my soul. I will struggle till I die, we got our food and our clothes. Never lose the control, got my son and my daughter. If you get in the way, you will sell our funeral homes.
Things wasn't easy as it seems, but it won't intervene when I succeed.
I'm still doing me.
Won't let nothing get in between. Still doing what I love by all means.
It was all a dream.
Growing up was a little different, bumping Illmatic Knives, it was written.
When mom was in the kitchen,
I took advantage of the supervision. I started putting things into fruition.
it was all a
Man,
dream.
I never thought that I would love the passion for hip-hop and make it to the point where they would bang it on TikTok. A new Jack, living in the city, no Chris Rock, but a microphone fiend. I love the sound with the whip knocks. In front of the corner store when the ballers made a pit stop. Banging purple tape, you own the links, he was a big shot. Seeing these things, I was amazed like, whoa. Beer can in the brown bag, puffin' hydro. I know in my soul I could write to recite flows and be prepared for critics, cause that's how life goes. Fast forward now, I'm performing hype shows, interacting with the crowd to get loud, so God knows, he knows how I compose. Was Puff without a comb, or Nas without a poem, or Pac without a chrome. In other words, me and music go together perfectly, and when in need, I get creative with a sense of urgency.
Heavy. Walking the platform, 9 3/4. All the borders we take you across the water to the school of Hogwarts, casting out all your darkest horrors. Yes, I'm slick with the wrist, beat the swish and flick. Better yet, my bonds are split for your minds to drift. In the land of Mrs. Commander, growing cannabis out of a briefcase. With magical beasts relaxing, you'll fight Puff the Magic Dragon, I bet. Hagrid is gassing with the creatures you can't imagine. Now it makes sense, they always have patience. Never forget how amazing you are. The pain in your scars don't make who you are or break who you are. Just put faith in your charms, young wizard. Don't you think too hard, just live your life. Let it ride. Broomsticks fly. Just take your time. Wingardium Leviosa. I wanna be high right now, sitting comfy on my sofa. I wonder if the sky comes down. Wingardium Leviosa. I wanna be high right now, sitting comfy on my sofa. I wonder if the sky comes down.
We gon' slide, I mean that shit for certain. So don't talk that designer, cause you gon' end up on shirts quick. Cause we gon' slide, no cap, I mean that for certain. It doesn't matter the person, just know it's up in his curtains. Cause we gon' slide, I mean that shit for certain. So don't talk that designer, you gon' end up on shirts quick. Cause we gon' slide, no cap, I mean that for certain. It doesn't matter the person, just know it's up in his curtains. Cause we gon', yeah. yeah. We gon' slide quick. Hellcat on my side, that's my side bitch, yeah. Yeah. We gon' slide, bitch. No deny, so don't slip when we slide in, yeah. I'm in my hood, that's where you find me. Posted up with the gang right behind me, yeah. Rolex, look at the timing. No need to flex, it's the tell. Look, let me start spitting a little bit personal. They should hear what I gotta say. I used to hold in emotions, acknowledgement, I'm afraid. I kept them closed in and kept hoping that one day they fade away. But they were too potent, and I know this, that I couldn't run away. But I still slide, I mean that shit for certain. So don't talk that designer, cause you gon' end up on shirt quick, cause we gon' slide. No cap, I mean that for certain. It doesn't matter the person, just know it's up in his curtains, cause we gon' slide. I mean that shit for certain. So don't talk that designer. You gon' end up on shirts quick, cause we gon' slide. No cap, I mean that for certain. It doesn't matter the person, just know it's up in his curtains.
Tell me what's in the back of your mind. Can't let life drive you
You're jamming with the hottest disc jockey.
It's only you that I let slide up in my lane. Legs up on the dash, I can't pass up. Make sure you get this QT, I ain't gon' gas you up. You be the only vibe when we in a full club. Baby, you be the type, have me run all the red lights to you.
Let me spend my time on you. Girl, I got my eye on you. You gon' make me slide on you. Baby, come on, slide on through. Let's slide, slide, woke up to a fat ass and a pretty face. Chocolate skin, melanin, and a teeny waist. Listen, I'm about to blow like any day. If you tell a nigga slide, then I'm on the way. Don't you hesitate, cause I need that cake. If it tastes good, put it on my plate. Girl, I'm from the west, that's a dangerous place. If you bout that life, we can do the race. I need that sweet, sweet, sweet. Baby, I'm outside. I'm going deep, deep, deep. Look me in my eyes. I'm from the streets, you know the deep. Are you down to ride? We gon' freak, sleep, repeat every time I slide. Let me spend my time on you. Girl, I got my eye on you. You gon' make me slide on you. Baby, come on, slide on through. Let's slide,
Laid up to my throat, I think I know what I'm talking about. When I say my sin, ain't even that fast. I think my brain gonna walk up out my head. When I let it get the poppin', ain't no stopping me. Better catch me from my body dropping in the sea. On for fifth and Hennessy, indiscriminately swimming with the energy that makes it kinda look like I'm floating. Imploding on the earth, then find me bloated on the shore of the ocean. Roll me over, then notice my face ain't showing emotion. Nah, Jiminy Cricket. I'm thinking they got my be lemony snicket. Yo, what am I missing? Just kill me and show me divine intervention. Give me your attention. Oh, you need me to follow and give you a mention? Oh, you need some convincing. Just give me the time and I'll give you the pension. I've been talking cash, I've been talking bread. You don't want my money, you just want my head. You just want my heart, you just want me, put love in my art. I'm okay with that. I was close to death and now I'm living. I'm just stating facts, the blatant whack. Having Satan's back, have a tank of gas. Hit up Brandon, watch him lay a track. In 80 seconds, flash, straight attack. Anyone who said they not okay with that. Brain so full of acid in my heart and veins were tainted black. Back when your boy was a boy without a plan. Had the poison in my hand and my toys were in the sand. And I ran from all the noise and said I'm poised to be a man. I was damaged from the toil, now I'm oil in the pan.
Give Billy the pencil off the mental, the written with stencil. Haters ain't get you by the end, then your friends will. And I'm in love with Mary Jane more than Ben. Still sleep in a tent, ain't paying the rent bill. Better repent, cause it never has been chill. Display her pipe skill, give her that night feel. Quite real, Billy is tight.
You're jamming with the hottest disc jockey.
DJ Dork Genius.
Rose 2 in the morning. morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning, waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is soaring like a unicorn.
Yo, what is freaking good? What is freaking good, Dork Squad, man? You already know what it is. Welcome to that Dorky review show, man. Another day, another freaking Dorky, man. You already know what it is. I am your host, Nonsenze, aka Dork Genius, aka Nonsense is Dork Genius, aka Chris Nonsense, aka your mama's favorite dork, aka your dork for hire, aka Game Dork of Game Dork Plays, aka your man, I don't freaking know anymore, man. You know what I'm saying? Every time, anytime I take one freaking day off. Wait, why you clapping, bro? Why you clapping? For those who do not know, let me swallow twice. For those who do not know, I am a live reaction and review show for indie artists and producers around the freaking globe. So throughout the show, you can send your music and or beats to the freaking show by sending it to that dorky review show at gmail.com. Once again, that dorky review show at gmail.com. We always do first come, first serve. We are streaming on all platforms from YouTube to Twitch to Twitter to Facebook and your mama's house. I'm just playing, but well, who knows, man? Actually, we might be streaming from your mama's house right now. Now I'm saying, but yeah, y'all can send y'all freaking records in. Again, first come, first serve. With that freaking said, we always have ways for artists to get you know what I'm saying, either more than one of y'all records played back to back on the show, or your records played quicker, and or perhaps you want a recording right along with that freaking review, so you can be posted as a spotlight review on the freaking channel and stuff like that. We have all those freaking options in terms of skipping the line.
Nonsense and Sir Mike, this song's gonna burn like some hot sauce from hot ones in your eyes. Birdman will talk to an actual bird like I'm gonna chew through this beat like a termite. Don't make me put you where actual worms lie. Don't like my old shit, I'm thinking you were high. Like me when I'm looking down at a bird's eye view. When I'm cool, better act like you surprised. Head to McDonald's, I'm about to steal your fries. View when I'm cool, better act like you surprised. View when I'm cool.
And of course, as you guys freaking know, usually if you know we end up getting quite a few freaking skips throughout the freaking show, I always add the freaking amount to the thing, man, because if we get to 100, at the very gate, we usually do a giveaway by the freaking end of the show, of course, so you guys are able to win different things, skip the lines, free features, free beats, free mixes and masters, all of the above and more. And the wheel. I think I've taken too many drugs and I'm in another universe, and I was trying to get buzzed in the studio and do a verse, but now I'm seeing an image of Coolio on Jupiter. If I was in the hospital, I probably want to do the nurse. Out of all 80s movies, I'm watching Ferris Bueller first. I'll walk right up to a bully and be like, homie, do your worst. If you don't got any gas, a freaking razor scooter works. This one ain't for the kiddies, so Super Steve, you can curse. I'm spaced out and I probably I spaced out and I probably took 20 bacon. Alright, man, let me freaking see. Let me see what's up real quick, cause I think let me see what were the songs for. Let me just make sure I got you one real quick. I don't think let me see, just so you know. Any glad and questions asked. All right, so we got to go through that. So Gabriella freaking Moore, you know what I'm saying, she had one on one of the freaking episodes on the show on The Wheel, a skip that basically gets her first play through a week's worth of freaking episodes and stuff like that. And we had already went through about freaking 3 of them. We're gonna go through one more, of course, right now. As we get freaking started and the freaking stuff. Hold on, let me do a few free shout out to KMERJ. What's good, man? Extort in the freaking building. I'll make sure to check the spam folder to make sure you ain't in there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Marcus, was freaking good, man. You already know what it is. We in here, man. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all, man. Share it out. Hit that like freaking button. And, you know, make sure you subscribe to the freaking channel so you guys can know when I am live immediately. Let me see. Where is... Okay, here is the folder right here. So she said I already played. Let me see. The Jim Beam, glad, and questions asked. That means I can do. We'll do friend, I guess. We'll do friend for today. Once again, Gabriella Moore with friend. Let me just download this and then we'll get on to it. For those who are wondering what type of files or links that they can send, you pretty much are good for everything except Tidal and like Apple Music and stuff like that. I don't necessarily have accounts with freaking those or whatnot, but if you send a Spotify, if you send a SoundCloud, if you send MP3s, if you send Waves is alright. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what's up. Okay, let's see what we got right here. Make sure the volume is at the right level. See, I don't know why my stuff never sends regular. It's weird.
Bittersweet taste of your kindness. How can you be so right, so right, so right?
We do 1 to 10,
How could
1
you
to 10.
leave me in the cold, the wind, the rain? You were supposed to be my friend, there till the bitter end. I'm not meant to be alone in this hole I have made for myself in the ground. No shovel around to keep digging now. I can't die for you again. I'm in the sea, let it wash me like my mother did. Porcelain tub, suds and water. My boots are dirty, the flowers crushed. There is no more you and there is no more me. This air is cold. Let it out, let it in. The waves they roll away again. Let it out, let it in. The waves they roll away. My friend,
everybody. I usually would be rapping right now and shit like that, but you already know what it is. Just got that done. Shout out to Gabriella Moore, man. First of all, big freaking salute, man. The thing that is always consistent with her is just that originality and freaking sound, right? She does have a beautiful freaking voice, and it also carries across genres. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she could get into that, you know, very jazzy, very R&B, very alternative rock. And every time I hear you, every time I hear you, you know what I'm saying? It puts me in that freaking old school, in that, you know what I'm saying? Not old school, but it just throws me in, you know what I'm saying, to some of those other genres. And, you know, big freaking salute. Only thing I can freaking really hear, you know what I'm saying, is, and you know, most of the freaking times is just, you know, a little bit more freaking structure, a little bit more perfection in terms of, like, I think you record things, right? You record and, you know, sort of maybe you'll add, you know, some reverb to things, you know what I'm saying, here or there or whatnot, but I don't think you go in and try to make sure that you edit every, you know what I'm saying, little thing. There are moments where, like, maybe it's a little pitchy or something like that, or again, the tone is just not fully freaking there. Those little moments or whatever, you know, because you are a singer who actually sings, you don't necessarily rely on specific type of effects and shit like that. Like, you know, you do want to make sure those things are perfect. Like, that's how you get up on those lists where, you know what I'm saying, where people are again, you know what list I'm talking about, man. The list of great singers, who just like when they sing, you just hear perfection, man. You just hear perfection. You like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I like that. You know what I'm saying? That sounds good, okay? But yeah, big freaking salute. Let me see. Would have loved to hear more harmonies, but it was good in itself. Yeah, that's what's up. KMV RJ was like, yeah, type of music to really think about your life. Exactly. Ow! What was that? Big freaking salute. Yeah, type of music to like really, like first of all, when you make music, right? You don't just like, we want to be a part of, people's lives and the soundtracks to things that they freaking do and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure nobody just makes music and puts it out for no one to resonate with it and shit like that. We all have specific goals with each song that we make. Sometimes we're just doing it for ourselves and then we put it out, and then like if people like it, that's what's up. But for the most part, the type of music that we make and like the 90% of like where we go aesthetically, the type of beats that we choose, all that stuff, is gonna determine on like where we want to be. If you find an artist makes the like 90% club records, you know what I'm saying? Usually like they want to be in that sort of like they want to perform for the clubs. They want to sort of, be in that sort of like club and dance environment and stuff like that or whatnot, you know what I mean? Same thing with the content just for, the ladies and stuff like that. Like it falls under that same, boat, street music, we can go in any freaking genre, and you guys could pretty much just use all of that as a freaking example, but that's what's up. We see He-Man Woman Hater. He-Man Woman Haters Club. That's a freaking Trevor Tyler. Let me see. Man, I was just watching that movie the other day, bro. Listen, shout out to freaking Little Rascals, man. Classic. Let's see. You said this came out 2 years ago, so my work has gotten better. Of course. But like, so, again, any advice that we give, this is the thing that people need to realize, right? When music comes to the show, often nobody knows how long ago any of us made it, right? Unless we tell people in the chat or, or it's in the description or something like that. Nobody knows how long ago we made it, whether or not we think that it's done, that it's mixed and mastered. I'm gonna do a video tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? Like all that shit or anything like that. So overall, it's just kind of like most of the time, let people sort of like think or feel how they do currently. And then even that changes over time, where in periodic listens of the same record or whatnot, you hear other things that you might like or dislike a lot more because you notice it and stuff like that. But for the most part, it's just like about how people honestly feel that first initial time when they're hearing something, man. You guys know, when you hear that when back in the day, man, you know what I'm saying? Just think about any artist that eventually became one of your favorite freaking artists and shit like that. And when you would hear certain songs for the first time and be like, my gosh, you know what I'm saying? And this is in a decade where people were making classic albums and singles. It wasn't just about the single only. The album had to be, you know what I'm saying, like straight fire all the way freaking through. And then eventually you'd get album fillers like from artists, and it was more about the freaking single or whatnot. But I'm still like, I love making projects and shit like that. So, you know what I'm saying? Put your art out, let the people freaking feel it, adjust if you can, and then, bring it back and see what's up, man. Would love to go back and take a look into this album and shit like that, man. Let me see. Just talking to you, it's been a hey, listen, hey, and just to freak again, I don't want to keep talking over and over again, but like again, these conversations are freaking good, not only for, you know what I'm saying, each other, but everybody else in the, you know what I'm saying, you guys can take freaking notes as well or whatnot. But never count any of your records out, right? Like if you are not famous yet, you literally can take your albums down, redo them, re-record all of it, get new beats and stuff like that, re-release it and like repackage it as something new with better mixes and all that. Like, you know, again, I know it'll be hard for some of you guys to lose some of the numbers on maybe some of those freaking tracks, but you know, again, if you think about having an actual like release plan to things and are consistent on certain platforms, like you'll start getting those that interest and that sort of like intrigue with the things that you freaking want. But always like make plans to like, yo, you know what, like I want to make this more professional and shit like that. I 100% still plan to do that with some of my first couple of albums before I learned how to mix and master and do all of that freaking stuff. My first few albums, like, you know, they were classics, but I was in that mixture of time where I would half work on records where I would make the beats completely, and then half sort of like mixtape records where like I would rap on a beat that people knew or something like that, and then just make my own original song or whatnot. But I want to go through, remake all the freaking beats, make everything original, re-record everything so that it's more professional and sort of, you know what I'm saying, breathe life back into that. What up, Jay, man? Long time no see, young man. Let me see. See, I wait for more audience to listen before I think about doing an album. I just released singles here and there right for now and stuff like that. Hey, man, what more power to you. Whatever you feel, whatever you feel. I feel like people are still gonna want. Here's the thing, right? It's like if you don't start working on actual projects, there's gonna be nothing for people to eventually hold on to. Hold on, let me cut that off. There's gonna be nothing for people to hold on to, right? Like you can brand, like yes, you can still brand like the singles and stuff like that you release if you are smart enough to do so. If you believe in whatever song that you freaking have, if you know it's professional and then you've uploaded it and everything. Again, if you believe in those, don't forget to make merch for all that freaking shit or whatnot. But when everything's said and done, man, I always am still looking for that album like I want that something that I can collect of that artist. You know what I'm saying? Just like when we think about some of the classic albums from like Jay-Z, Blueprint 2, you know what I'm saying, Nas, you know what I'm saying, like a lot of different artists have those things, then you can collect them, you know what I'm saying? You want to get the records and sort of appreciate it in that way or whatnot. And it allows you to really think of a theme, have a trajectory with every song that you put out. You know what I'm saying? You're still gonna have a few singles that you can release from that project, but you'll be able to be like, hey, this is what I've been working on. Check this out as a collection, and then you can go on to the next or whatnot, and you start upgrading yourself as you go, because you're like, I don't want to do the same exact vibe I just had on that last album. Let's go ahead and go right back in the building because we will be in here forever, which I love. But let's get to it.
Bro, it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning. Waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is soaring like a unicorn.
Said Dorky voice is back, man.
Yes! Yes, it is. You know it's nonsense.
Listen, I could do it all over again. Listen, people know. Certain people came to the freaking show at a time where, like, bro, there was this one episode. I don't know what freaking happened. Lost my voice completely by the end of it, and for like almost a month, like I wasn't able to do any voices. Couldn't like do my random stupid singing shit during songs, and it was just freaking crazy. It was crazy, man. But now we back freaking now. Jay Nandro's putting in one of his
when free skips from the past. I wanna be so strong that I can impress Batman and lift Bane. Like, look at this shit, man. I know that I'm insane.
Just kidding. Let me get back in the free line, man. Hold on. I got you guys. You guys are like, what the hell? Yeah, what the hell indeed is what I'm saying. Lord Extort, I believe you are indeed next right now. Let's get you in. Hold on, I'm trying to bring up the Huindo. See, that's how I approach my albums at first too. So what's up? That's what's up, man.
Wells Fargo lets you know where you stand
At That Dorky Review Show. So make sure that you go to That Dorky Review Show to go to Wells Fargo. And then, where is Face It? Featuring Grub.
Wake up to reality. Nothing ever goes as planned in this accursed world. The longer you live, the more you will realize that the only things that truly exist in this reality are merely pain, suffering, and futility.
Yo.
Listen. Everywhere you look in this world, wherever there is light, there will always be shadows to be found as well.
I don't want nobody. You left me to die. All alone in my room, I can't sleep because of your lies. Same shit every day, nowhere left to hide. Even though I got problems in my life, so I face all of it. I face all of it, facing all of it, facing all of it. Living life, going one step at a time. I face it all alone. I wanna go home, back home. I want large amounts, I want to cash them out, I want to get it on. She said I don't mind. Listen to my music, she said that I'm strong. I'm living this life forever, I feel like forever young. I know that I'll be gone, I know that I'll be gone. Did this in my phone and I said I'll be gone. So face it, it feel like every time I hop on this song I face it. Grub, they call my name, they say they like it, it's amazing. Yeah, amazing, they say I'm amazing. Problems in my life, so I face all of it. I face all of it, facing all of it, facing all of it. Living life, going one step at a time.
I'ma say this, bro. There are a lot of artists. I'ma say this, hold on. There are a lot of artists in a slight similar lanes that, you know, don't always sort of like pass a test, if you will. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out where to freaking start with this one, right? First off, you know what I'm saying, I can hear the sort of, you know what I'm saying, the XXX influence freaking in there, of course, you know what I'm saying, Lil Uzi, you know what I'm saying, sort of vibes or whatnot. For most people, they're automatically gonna stop freaking there. They're gonna be like, oh, it sounds just like, you know, this artist, and, you know what I'm saying, automatically just start freaking hating. For me, it's like, yo, every artist wants to be a part of a certain type of wave or a certain freaking lane, so judge those artists within that lane. If this record, it was on those playlists right along with some of those songs, do you think that it would, you know what I'm saying, get played right along with it? Are people gonna skip to the next freaking song, or are they gonna feel like it's a part of that freaking genre or whatnot? You know what I'm saying? For me, I do feel like we did a decent job getting in there You know, there are many melodies that you do throughout this freaking song, which is something that, you know, some artists stay only in their comfort zone in the very low tones and sort of like it's very monotone and stuff like that. I felt like you did go around the spectrum a little bit, which again is one of those things that I'm always recommending that you guys do. To a certain extent, there are certain parts where there's a lot going on, you know what I'm saying? You have, but then there's a part of me that liked some of it, you know what I'm saying? Because you had harmonization in there, you had notes that I did actually like, but I think everything just needs to be, you know, mixed and recorded properly, right? You did say you record everything on your freaking phone or whatnot. I do think get that proper recording, mix and master with something freaking like that. You also said you freestyle. I do think that, you know, when you write, you're able to structure a record a lot more. Even though I liked the performance and what went on, there still didn't feel like, okay, I know where the chorus is going to come up. Or I know where this is going to come. You know what I'm saying?